homicidal maniac is loose at Christmas. His target is Santa Claus. His motives baffle Scotland Yard. Without a pattern for murder, no one dressed as Santa Claus is safe. His death toys are a spear, a gun, an open razor, a dagger, or an old-fashioned garrote. Don't open till Christmas.
That's trash.
Hello and welcome to another episode of That's Cool, That's Trash, the podcast where we watch a psychotronic movie online, then get together on Skype to break down the crazy. I'm Matt Howell, and I'm joined today by a previous guest, a favorite of ours, Jason.
Hi.
And we have a new guest, a guy that I know online, Gordie Adams.
Hey everybody, it's Gordie.
Thank you so much for being on the show. This is so cool to talk to you. I've known you online for like forever. Well, I mean, this is still online, but I mean, we've never talked. We've only.
This is our first. I've kind of been telling people, not people, but my wife and a couple other friends. It's like I'm doing this podcast tonight with a couple of guys I know from a comic book forum and the internet, and you just interact with people on Facebook now, and you do it for years, and then all of a sudden you realize, do I actually know them? And then you can, figure it out. Yeah. Which is very cool. This is a great opportunity to just, Skype along with somebody and meet somebody. And I don't live in Portland.
Yeah, I was wrong. Well, I'm no geographer.
He is apparently a Californian.
Yeah. St. Helena in the Napa Valley.
But
where the wine's made.
Unlike most of our guests, we are in the same time zone, so that made
that made this really easy,
slightly easier.
Right, I was really adamant about the PST thing, but
right,
yeah, good to know. Yeah, thank you for having me. This is going to be super fun. I'm really looking forward to this. I found your podcast maybe a couple of months ago, and it's always fun to find new podcasts, and when you find one like this where it's kind of just this fun, free flowing conversational thing. And when I first listened, I was, reacting because I listened to this on my route. Don't tell my supervisors, but I listen to this when I'm delivering mail. I deliver mail for a living. And so I'm walking down the street and you guys are talking about this movie and stuff. And I'm going, no. Or it's like, oh, you guys are, I was there in 1985, whatever, And so I found myself talking to the podcast, which I'm sure all podcast listeners do. And I threw myself, I was like, yeah, if these guys ever need a guest, I'll do it. So thank you.
Then I'll tell them what's up in person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I snatched at the chance when you reached out. I was very excited. You were at the top of the list. And can you share a little bit about the Gordcast, your show? Because I've listened to it a few times and I dig it. I'd love for you to share that with people.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah. Back in the early days of the podcasts, I think 2009, I figured I was having so much fun listening to podcasts, I should just make my own. And I'm heavily into – my original idea was I wanted to do music, movies, monsters, and anything else, just like kind of have it be this big thing. I was listening to a lot of comic book podcasts, mostly around comics, and then a couple of other comedy podcasts like Comedy Bang Bang and things like that. And so I figured – and Smodcast. Very conversational stuff. Nothing scripted. Scripted didn't appeal to me. And so I had this buddy who was a super music dude too. And I said, hey, you want to do this? And he said, yeah. And we just started talking. And that was years ago. We're not very consistent, but when we do get them out, we have a really good time. And recently, we've kind of reinvented ourselves over the years. And more recently, what we're doing is listening to our each of our own iTunes libraries on shuffle. And then whatever comes up, we just talk about it like free form.
Yeah.
You're kind of a little inspired by a Bill Burr, just getting in front of the microphone and talk and just talking without a script, which is really hard. Have you guys tried to do that?
We don't use a script. In the early days, well, maybe Matt does. I don't think he does. In the early days of doing the Bookhouse Boys, I would make a lot of notes too. I had copious notes, as I don't know if you said that on air, but
yeah.
I found that I was afraid of forgetting everything, I don't think of myself as having very good memory. But I've found myself spending too much time looking at my notes and trying to remember what I wanted to say, and I'd actually miss the things that Dave and Matt were saying.
Right, and you weren't being you.
It wasn't a spontaneous enough conversation. I was too worried. So I just had faith that, I don't have a good memory, but when you're talking with two other guys, they spark things. They make you remember. I would never just kind of spontaneously remember on my own. So I abandoned the note thing a long time ago. And
Right. So basically, the new way is just kind of having a good time listening to our libraries, and whatever song comes up, we talk about it with a memory. If we get super anal about who the producer was and who wrote it and all that kind of stuff, we do that too. But whatever that happens.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like, memorizing the back of a baseball card. It's like, it's that nerdiness in us that just we can't get rid of. And so we try to share it with the world. And some people like to listen and some people don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Sure.
I miss being that passionate about music. I in my teens and early 20s, I was encyclopedic of my knowledge. I knew like every studio, every producer of stuff, a lot of indie rock and this and that. And, encyclopedic knowledge of just kind of like, well, this is, so-and-so played on this and they were on that, but they recorded this here and so-and-so mixed that. And I miss having that time.
But there's a fine line with the insanity, because I just heard the other day on the Rock Solid podcast that one of the guys on there knows somebody who arranges their records by producer.
I know somebody who arranges their records by color.
Color of what?
The spine.
The spine.
Yeah,
Totally irritated me.
that makes sense. That makes a little bit of
alphabetical
sense.
by color, or is
these
it
are people
color,
who- these are
color
people who-
wheel, or what is?
Alphabetical by color. I like that.
These are people who buy their art for their furniture. Like, it's just, I have an issue with the whole thing.
Right.
They don't play these records. They just want them to look right on the show.
It's a design element more than
That's
anything else.
downright sick.
Yeah.
It is. It's disgusting.
That's funny.
Okay, so happy holidays to you guys.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, all that stuff. Happy Cthulhu Days. We're doing this special episode. This is kind of a last minute. I just kind of rang the bells and got some guys here to do a Christmas episode, because I realized Christmas is almost here and I hadn't even thought about one. So we are going to be discussing Don't Open Till Christmas, which is from the UK, 1984, I think. And it's I'm a longtime fan of psychotronic Christmas movies. We can get around to you guys' feelings on them, but for me, once I became an adult, I pretty much went to complete Scrooge mode. Don't care for Christmas at all. So anytime you can piss on that sacred cow, I love it. So the weirder the better. And this is one I'd never seen.
How'd you find it? That's what was my first question.
I think I was just doing some Google search for, bad Christmas horror movies or something. It came up in a list. It's always at the bottom of every list I ever see online of Christmas horror movies.
If you've run out of other movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Good choice.
Well, we'll
He
see.
likes to try to punish us.
So, yeah, this never really came with... this is one that I just kind of mentally filed under video nasty, which, I'm sure you guys probably know that term, which is just a UK term for banned films that were deemed to have no artistic merit and were just
This is not literally a video nasty, though, right?
I don't know.
Does that come from Clockwork Orange originally?
I don't think so. I've watched reviews of the whole list, and this is...
Oh, it's not on there? No. It just kind of reminded me of it just because of some of the explicit... couple scenes, but anyway.
The prurient stuff.
Yeah.
Did it come from Clockwork Orange? I don't think that's what started it.
For some reason, video nasty sounds very Clockwork Orange in its terminology.
Let's do in a word. Let's go around the horn and use one word to sum up your experience with this film.
Is it to sum up my experience or the film?
Either. I guess kind of like it can be either. Just in a word, tell me about this movie for you. let's let our new guest go first. Gordie.
Well, like I said, you sprung this upon me. I didn't put any thought into this beforehand. I'd kind of forgotten about this part of the podcast. So I'm going to go with...
Disclaimer.
Yeah, I'm going to go with... Santa murder. That's 2 words.
Santa murder.
Santa murder.
Pronounce it Santameter. Santameter. And then it's 1 word.
Human centipede.
Human centipede. Beautiful.
Did you see those sweaters?
No, that was a shirt that was posted.
Yeah, there's a sweater on Facebook with Santa, a human centipede. It's
Human
pretty
centipede.
funny.
Yeah.
Just buying you some time.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I was sick in bed kind of watching it, and so surprising.
Hallucination.
Because I didn't know what I was going to watch, and I was watching it. I was surprising. How about surprising?
I'll take that.
Yeah.
J-Dog? J-Bomb?
Well, I like to use lots of words, as any listener who's heard me on this show knows. So I don't like that. I could use lame, pathetic, any of those kinds of words, but let me go for mean-spirited, which is
it's hyphenated.
Hyphenated.
Yeah, so it's 1 word.
Sure.
I'm going to go for mean-spirited because it's one element of it that kind of struck me. And that's not my experience. That's the movie. I will also be mean-spirited, however, while I'm talking about it.
I'm going to go with lackluster. So if anybody wants to elaborate on this, they can. But I think a lot of times your word usually kind of explains itself as the podcast episode goes on. Okay, so Gordie's going to be a good guest and give us the kind of Wikipedia real quick synopsis of this. So just in case you haven't watched this movie, you can follow along at home.
Just briefly before I do that, I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to say this is my word.
Okay.
The 1 word. Problematic.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because in and itself, it's not, the worst thing I've seen, but there's a lot of problems.
Anytime anybody says that phrase, though, it's pretty bad.
Okay, so the elevator pitched this movie. If my wife comes home and says, "So, what movie did you discuss?" Seems like 1984 London. There's a rash of Santa murders, and a couple detectives are trying to figure it out, and they run across a couple of people that may or may not be suspects and aren't very good actors who have very, very part-time jobs, but also for some reason are going to maybe gain some money because of a dead Santa father, and then more Santas die in extremely interesting ways, and more Santas die in other extremely interesting ways, and you find out who the killer is halfway through, but you're not sure. And then you find out who the killer is in the middle.
I always knew who it was.
Well, we'll get to that. And then we really find out who the killer is because he says so. Not because we actually see anything happen. And then at the end, the killer may or may not die, and then kaboom.
Well, yeah. I'm going to differ with some of that, like the interesting killing part. But that's essentially what happens.
So I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I love a good mystery. But one thing that people might not know is I hate a mediocre mystery.
Right.
I fucking hate mysteries when they're not just cracking good.
How about when there's no mystery actually at all?
So this kind of
there's a mystery.
This kind of smacked of Giallo. Are you guys fans of Giallo films?
I don't know. Not familiar.
Jello or Giallo?
Giallo, from the Italian word for yellow. It's their pulp.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jello. Gotcha.
Yeah, it sounded a lot like Jello.
Giallo.
Right.
Movies Jello wrestling. There's not enough of them.
So there's all those like Italian bird with a crystal plumage and 7 scorpions on a drape of satin, and they all have weird names like that are just oddly translated into English. But they're often slashery crime kind of things with psychotronic-y kind of twists or things to them. Sometimes there's supernatural elements in them, but not always.
Bava, right?
Yeah,
and,
Bava did.
Mario Bava did.
Yeah.
Sort of Argento.
Argento.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
But low
Crystal,
rent
with the crystal
Argento.
plumage.
Yeah, like Argento doing a rent party.
Right.
Like, I got to make this movie in 2 days because I gotta pay for my car. That kind of
or they told me, hey, make a movie, and I said, oh, all right, I got nothing else to do.
Right.
It was definitely an attempt at that, like a lurid, sexy, bloody, usually misogynistic slasher-y film.
Yeah.
Yeah. With where the characters are usually cops and things like that, rather than say campers or.
And then there's frequently masked killers, black gloves, that whole kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this hit a lot of those marks for me. So it reminded me of that. But we can get into the whole, what you made of it as the film as a whole. But I was upset personally that Carolyn Monroe was in there because she's one of my sweethearts. And
oh yeah, total selling point.
Wow. I mean, she apparently tried to transition into a pop career in the 80s and just showed up lip syncing one of her disco songs, and that was it.
That can't have been the selling point.
On the poster, it said her name really high up.
Yeah.
Like it was the guy who played Detective Harris and then her.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like Carolyn Monroe, that sounds kind of familiar. So I look it up and I'm like, where is she in this movie? And I actually, at that point, I hadn't gotten to that scene yet.
She was under all the hairspray.
And I look on IMDb, and she's all the way at the bottom. And says as herself. I'm like, what part of the movie is this? Okay.
So that was a high point for me going in. Was Carol Monroe's in it? And then
I was totally with you. Like I said, I had the iPad up, and it was like, oh, okay, cool. That's something to look forward to. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Where is she going to be? I mean, come on. She's a sex pot. Why is that mousy girl with the sweater? I mean, and then oh, there she is. Oh.
Yeah. And
oh.
So what does this have to do with anything? Why are we watching this?
So she's pushing some vinyl, man. Let's get a little taste of what her song.
And the writer wanted to do a Phantom of the Opera homage. That's why.
Totally.
Go.
So that's her involvement.
The end.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, Caroline. Oh.
So that was a bummer for me. But
do you think it was a favor to the director or something, or do you think she was thinking this is my opportunity?
I get the impression that she really tried to cross over into pop, and that was probably thinking this is
the vehicle.
It's like my fan base or something.
Money up for this, or
thinking, I've done these kind of odd films, fantasy and horror and blah blah. So
it definitely was not in there because of any of the traditional reasons you include a scene. So I'm pretty sure it was shoehorned in because it was a favor or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, lots of Santas died.
So God, where do you even start? I'm just gonna throw out a couple things.
It's definitely it's a kind of a mess of a movie, really. So.
It's a complete mess of a movie. Okay, for one thing, one of the things that occurred to me really early on was, there's different ways you could do a slasher, I guess, but generally speaking, and maybe not so much for Giallo, I'm not really sure. I haven't watched a lot of Giallo, but generally speaking, when you do a slasher, or in fact any movie that is even nominally a drama of any sort, a horror, no matter how cheap it is, no matter how low budget it is, no matter how crappy it is, you try to introduce your characters before you kill them, like more than a minute.
I gotta write this down.
Okay,
Introduce your character.
Tips for screenwriters.
I don't care about that.
If you want your audience to give a shit.
Not really. I mean, the Santas are just fodder, right? I mean, they're not important, but the problem is that you're following that David Cassidy flautist guy, and that you're following people that you don't know. Like, I was like 40 minutes in the film, and I'm like, I have no sense of who this guy is or any of these people. Like, they don't even have like a broad bubblegum flavor kind of like. I know nothing about them. And I could not give a shit.
But name me any other movie like this, any other horror movie where you literally do not know the people being killed at all. It doesn't happen because no one gives a shit. We've all seen people get stabbed on screen. We don't automatically go, "Oh, Santa." The Santas also, besides the fact we don't know any of them, they're all drunken pervs.
Yeah. They're great.
except for maybe Daddy.
The only guy that they kind of give any sort of background to, or a little tiny bit of a story, is the really chubby guy who works in the department store. He gets like maybe 30 seconds of who he is.
Are you talking about the guy who goes to the peep show?
No, the guy who goes. The guy who goes to the bathroom. We'll get to that maybe.
Oh, let's do it now.
You don't get much. You don't get much of that either.
We're not saving
line
anything.
of dialogue.
Right, but I'm just saying that he's like walking through the department store. He sees the pretty girl, and then he's all of a sudden the department store St. Nicholas, and then he's done, and then he goes to the bathroom. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's how bad it is. That's the most you get of any sort of character development at all, is that he had a life outside of his Santa, where all the other guys were just guys who are drunk, leaving bars, and don't know how to not be Santas. Which begs, why are there just guys in Santa outfits running around London around the holidays, getting drunk and riding bicycles around? That's not part of London that I know.
It was SantaCon.
Way before SantaCon.
And the police illustrate the problem. There's hundreds of Santas out there.
Yeah, they're just droves.
They're everywhere.
So if I just grab an outfit and go down to the bar tonight by myself, I'm the only one in there, I'm going to get killed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the world of this movie, yes.
But anyway.
So the first Santa that the second. So the first one, oh, by the way, what the hell was that opening scene where there's a couple, the guy's dressed up like a Santa.
Okay, that's the one in the
barely
car.
A Santa. That's barely a Santa.
Yeah, he's half-assed Santa. But they get in the car in the alleyway, and they're going at it. And you get the point of view camera coming towards them, like
with the heavy breathing.
Heavy breathing of the cliche, slasher thing. And he's circling the car like Cujo. And he goes like shove off,
like
mate,
Jaws.
or something, or clear out, or whatever he says.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, just forget him." And they just keep going at it. Like, how many people a masked, panting man circling you, and you're like, yeah, it's not going to affect my erection at all.
No, that's her. She didn't have an erection, but
that's right.
She saw it to trot. She's like, ignore him.
Well, my fun part with that scene is that she's waiting for him to get off work in that alley. It's like, oh, honey, hey. And then they go to the car, and instead of like obviously she's waiting for him so they can go do something, and instead they just start smooching right away. And then what? Why go to the car to do that?
This is part of my mean-spirited thing. It's the movie. Maybe it's of a type, but it is very heavily misogynist. I mean, every female character in this movie is some kind of semi-porn actress. One of them actually is the daughter of a woman who runs a peep show thing.
Yeah,
right.
And she ends up being a major character. I think her name is Sherry. The girlfriend of the David Cassidy flautist guy gets duped into going, quotes, for tea to this super pervy guy's studio where he attempts to trick her or convince her at that point into posing nude with another woman who is just there to be a slut.
Flesh.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just, and then I didn't even remember the woman in the car who's just like, let him watch, who cares?
Well, but Jason, is it misogynist, or I mean, the way I'm looking at it, it's really misanthropist. I mean, is anybody in here like less than detestable? I mean, I guess maybe a couple cops.
Yeah, no, they are pretty much all, and that's
like all Santas are drunk perverts, all women are whores. You know what I mean? It's just got this kind of.
The cops are morons. The cops, one of their first conversations we see them having, they're talking about this. I think this is after the second Santa, which is the one that kind of kicks off the quote unquote plot, because he's the girl who I was just talking about, who has the David Cassidy flautist boyfriend. It's her father. So they're talking about the murders, and there's been one other murder after that. Who a guy who was selling chestnuts.
Oh my God! I blocked that.
And
out.
they're like,
beautiful.
He's like, what about the guy selling? Or what about the guy who was just killed? Oh, he was just. Who cares? He was a chestnut seller. Those guys are a dime a dozen.
Right. And since when do chestnut sellers wear Santa
Let's talk about the dad. It's like they literally just say like.
Well, the dad was rich, though.
People without money, we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that the cops were just purely a parody because of conversations like that. And then also, we never see Harris's supervisor.
Right.
Oh, upstairs? The guy upstairs?
Yeah.
So troublesome.
Right. But we're told a couple times by Harris, he's like, he points, he actually points up.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
It's like school play.
Man wants me to actually put cops on the street and try to catch this guy, trying to tell me to do my job. He said we should dress up as Santa to find the guy. That bastard. And like, are you fucking serious? He's like, this guy we never see, this police chief or whatever, is like the only sane, logical person in this movie.
He only got 2 brain cells to rub together.
Yeah.
Do you guys notice what his main acting method was?
No.
Harris's?
Yeah. Taking off and putting on his jacket.
Oh, yeah. Without actually going anywhere.
That's his
scene,
I can't act
scene,
business.
Every scene, he comes in, takes his jacket off, sets it down. They have a 2-minute conversation, puts his jacket on, and leaves. And then next scene, same thing. He does the same thing. I'm here. I'm taking my jacket off. Check it. And then when Kate comes over to whatever, have a conversation with him, she takes his jacket and then she just kind of, and he's like so gentle with it, and then he just kind of tosses it on a chair. He's really into jackets.
Big on jackets. You just reminded me of something. There's so many, like, if I wanted to go frame by frame, if I wanted to go scene by scene, there's so many stupid, nonsensical things. But this just popped into my head because when
saying frame by frame made my sphincter tighten. Just the idea of revisiting this thing frame by frame. Sorry.
When Kate went to the studio, she's standing there, and so she can see. Supposedly, they're going over for tea. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Right.
She walks in the door, and she looks, and she sees her boyfriend's creepy friend taking pictures of a woman who is, more than half naked. She's topless, and she kind of stops, and she gets a look on her face like, concerned and angry, and she's like, "What's going on here?" And while she's doing that, she's taking off her coat.
Yeah, I'm here to stay.
I just thought that was really ridiculous.
Well, she didn't want to be
weird.
rude,
I'm
Jason.
staying.
What if I walked into here? Let me take off my coat and stay a while. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Can I tell you guys something I learned from this?
Oh yeah.
When I'm plotting out these movies and I don't want to tip my hand as to who the guy is, I'm not going to play creepy music when he first appears.
Oh.
Can we talk about Giles?
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Giles.
So
he's this movie came out, by the way.
What's that?
He died the year this movie came out.
He took his life.
Yeah,
and
he
committed suicide.
He died. This movie, he was not proud of it.
Oh,
I'm going to infer.
Wow,
right.
I don't know what his.
He had a pretty long acting
filmography.
career.
Okay.
Actually, it was pretty lengthy. Yeah.
That's too bad. I mean, it's worse than
20 years of
Orson Welles going out on Transformers for sure.
fairly frequent.
Wow. Okay.
The man with the dancing eyes. Yes, go ahead.
So at some point early on in the film, this guy pops into to New Scotland Yard and wants to talk with the police. So let's listen to a little bit of that scene.
Oh, Daily News. So you're the one responsible for these alarmist headlines, are you?
Yes. Well, some of them. Are you any nearer to solving these dreadful Santa Claus crimes?
Well, we're still making our inquiries. It's just a matter of time.
Which means you haven't a clue who you're looking for.
What did you say your name was again, sir?
My name is Giles. Giles.
All right, Mr. Giles. Well, if you want any more information, Chief Inspector Harris will be giving a press conference tomorrow.
Look, forget Harris. Tell me, Sergeant Powell, would it help your promotion prospects if you were to solve this case personally?
Sorry, I don't understand. What are you getting at? Do you have any information, sir?
Just think about what I've said. I'll be in touch.
Just a minute, sir.
You don't break that synth out.
I know. I was going to say thank you so much for that clip, because that just the music was just totally secondary, and now that I hear that isolated, oh man, it's just crazy 1984 synth.
Totally, yeah. I mean, these guys just pretty much were just sucking on the marrow of Argento and Fulci and stuff. If they could have got Goblin to do the soundtrack, they would have got him.
I never liked Goblin that much. I never liked that kind of music that much.
Yeah.
After watching Suspiria and things like that. But each and every movie from this time period that I watch that has these kinds of synthy, boopy boppy soundtracks, I appreciate Goblin a little more.
Yeah, I know.
Right, actual
it's
music.
Like that is actual music. I may not love the style, but it's actual music. This is just
a rock
ridiculous.
on a synth.
Yeah, exactly.
I put this rock right here. Then I move this rock over here.
And then little.
Oh no, I left the rock on too long. That was fine.
Oh man. Yeah, so that's Giles, and
yeah,
he tipped his hand there musically.
These are killer folks.
He's the guy with the smiling eyes.
Okay. I was going to say this earlier, but as bad as this movie is, the production is still like a professional production. It's not like
I agree with that.
My introduction to your podcast was Sledgehammer.
Nice.
Which was not
which has
a terribly professional production.
Just a guy with a camera and some people like, all right, you guys just talk over there, and not worrying about what's on the walls and the costumes and angles and everything like that. This movie is a mess, but at least it looks like a movie.
Yeah.
That a studio put out. At least it looks like that.
That was kind of my problem with it, though. Like it was like what did I say? Lackluster. Like it was like it wasn't quite good enough to be any kind of top shelf thing, and it was way too good to be like Sledgehammer or like a whatever, like anything like that, where it's just a complete train wreck technically, where it's laughable. It was just kind of like a dreary plod.
The audio you could actually hear when people were talking.
Yeah,
you didn't care what they were saying, but you could hear it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It does kind of bring out the ineptness of
the opening credits
content.
Were great.
Yeah, they were.
The melting candle with a sword revealed.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. It's like, okay, this is not going to be. Oh, that was the best scene.
Yeah.
Opening credits.
I thought one of the worst scenes. I mean, this may sound odd to say, but there's lots of just bad scenes. Like Matt said, a lot of it's just lackluster. But one of the scenes that really, really just finished me on it was about halfway through, maybe a little more than halfway through. And it's another drunken Santa, and he flees into this dungeon.
Yeah, London dungeon, or it was called.
The London dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you could just imagine the filmmakers thinking, oh, we'll film, a death scene here. It'll be really cool because there'll be all these interesting props and we get all this atmosphere. And it's such a terrible, terrible scene. Yeah. It's like this Santa guy. I mean, if I was running from a killer, for one thing, I'd probably make a sound. Anything from a whimper to a call for help to a grunt. But in each and every case, and in this one it goes on for quite a while, he's dead silent. And he's creeping around looking around carefully, like, where's the killer going to come out? And then the killer, you'll see a close-up of him pulling some kind of weird weapon off the wall.
Which is nice that those are available.
Right. It's pretty handy. You got this big, wide, flat blade, and you have this other weird thing. And then he'll attack the guy, but for some reason fail. He'll like stab it next to him, and the guy will startle, and then it will cut to the guy creeping around slowly again, and he do this like 5 times. Like that. That does not bear any resemblance to human behavior. None.
Yeah, that's no panic at all.
And then I'm sorry, just to finish.
No, go ahead.
Gordy in his synopsis said that the kills are interesting. The kills were so uninteresting in this movie. Like, and that's a perfect example. You literally see him with all these different weird torture devices that fail, that end up embedded into wood or whatever. And then when he finally dies, it's just like the last 5 times, but he just shows him, stabs him in the stomach, which is what he does to most people. He just stabs him in the stomach, and the guy goes, "Ooh," and he falls over, and then the scene's over.
Hey, you know what, Jason? It might not be flashy, but stabbing in the stomach is the layup of slasher killers.
It would hurt.
There's nothing wrong with fundamentals.
What about the James Bond knife shoe?
I forgot about that.
He does have a James Bond knife shoe.
I know it's ripping somebody else off, but it's still, no. When I said interesting, once again, you guys don't know me well enough to know that,
It was irony.
there was a little bit of sarcasm in there.
Yeah.
No, I understand that, but
the chestnut
was
roasting and then catching on fire is interesting.
Chestnuts were roasting on an open fire, Jason. It's the irony's delicious.
And
he started out with a garage.
He was immediately dead. He had his face burned, and he was immediately dead. And he caught on fire, and he was just chilling.
Okay, so the most lurid one is the department store Santa taking a whiz, and the killer creeps up behind him, grabs his business, and takes a straight razor to it. That's just like you said, mean-spirited. I mean, that's. Yeah.
And then I'm also picky enough to think about things, especially when I'm already not buying into a movie, which that was well into it. I hate it when directors. You can just tell, you can see that they thought that something would look cool, that would be cool, and they put it in despite it not making any sense.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, they do that in the dungeon, too, where all of a sudden you see the killer's eyes behind, like you would in a haunted house where they look through the painting.
Right, yeah, the eye hole, yeah.
You see that briefly. It's like, what? What the fuck?
How do you find that? How do you find that and use that?
But in that scene in the bathroom, the guy is standing there taking a whiz, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to change my mind about that. So I will cut myself off. Maybe it actually makes sense.
Cut yourself off.
I'm going to cut myself off.
The department store Santa begs the question, or the discussion, that is, of the reactions that some people have when they find a dead person. Because that cleaning woman comes in and she's just kind of like, oh, huh.
Oh, these people are so messy with all
that guy's kind of
mess,
dead.
and they're so messy.
And the very first one, where at the party, that super 1985 party, and everyone's having fun, and then he gets the spear through his mouth, going, and people are just going, "Oh yeah, well, I guess it's time to hear it then."
It's kind of a longish clip, but
it was, it was like they didn't even bother to think where the spear came from. It was like, I guess that just materialized in his face. Let's not bother to look behind this curtain or anything. Let's just stand here.
He has a
Jedi
hell
Knight
of an
through
arsenal.
It.
Yeah. So this is where
first kill.
This is the second kill after the car stabbing couple.
Right.
But this is was this a really homophobic portrayal? Was he actually gay, or were they? Did you catch that, you guys?
Who?
Like the
he says,
Karen comes in and says, like, "How are you doing?" And he's like, "I feel like an old queen," or something like that. And he says it in like a lisping kind of voice. And then another guy comes in and says, "How does he look?" And he looks like an old queen, like in the same. Yeah. I couldn't tell if he was gay or if they were just gay bashing, or the director was gay bashing, or
I don't know.
There was no such thing as gay bashing in 1984. That's a new concept. Sorry.
There was another part that was definitely gay bashing during the movie, but that scene, I don't know. I was like,
I think it was.
He's done up in makeup and stuff. And
right. The too much rouge, because when she comes in, how do I look? And she says too much rouge and too much this, and he goes, I look like an old gay, whatever. Yeah,
I can give that.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those at home, if you haven't seen this, the father is going out to this party to play Santa in a kind of a adults kind of silly body party, and he has one of those party favors where you blow on it and it unfurls and blows out a paper tube thing. Am I describing that well at all?
Perfectly, yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about. New Year's Eve thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could just have your attention for a few moments. The time has come to introduce our special guest for the evening, flown in all the way from
Greenland on his flying reindeer.
Santa Claus!
I come not empty-handed, but laden with gifts for you all. The only trouble is I can't read the labels without respect.
Could you tell when he died, listener?
That sound you heard, that screeching
Yes.
and screaming sound, was the music, not anybody reacting to it in any sort of horror in real life when they're seeing a giant spear going through some Santa's mouth.
On stage.
No, they were being very English. They were like, that's bloody inconvenient.
Right, Santa's dead now.
It would be rude to point that out. And I
Guess
like
the
that,
party's
that,
over.
It's having a bit of a
that
bad
little
day.
hurrah reminded me like Monty Python, like, and then they all died. Hooray.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
Set the tone.
I like to listen to accents in general, but British accents, I like, British accents. So even though I know it's stupid, like if it's a YouTuber or a podcaster or something like that, and they have a British accent, I would rather listen to them. Even like if they said the same thing somebody with an American accent does, I'd rather listen.
Just sounds better.
Yeah, it just sounds better to me. So when I started watching this movie, I'm like, I knew it wasn't going to be any cinematic masterpiece or anything, but I was listening to the British dialogue and accents and thinking, I think that's going to help. I think that's going to, I kind of like how they phrase things. I kind of like how it sounds. I gave up on that pretty quickly.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of like, you guys are better than this. Come on. You're England, for Christ's sakes.
It didn't really help. So one of the characters we haven't really talked about, I mentioned her, Sherry, but so this was a weird bit of inconsistency. So the guy wears a mask, which is like it's actually a lot like the mask in Sledgehammer, so maybe they lent it to them. I don't know, but it's like a clear plastic mask.
Yeah.
It's not the mask of a clown or anything like that. It's just
Clear.
So Sherry's the one who is running the peep show for her mom, and she's trying to milk the money and maybe other things out of this Herbie Santa guy. And Giles shows up and kills him. I don't know what his hunting methods are. He ends up in the strangest places. But anyway, he kills the guy in front of her, and she goes to the police to report it, which they're not very happy about her. They're like yelling at her, "You don't know what he looks like. What the hell good are you?"
Right, like in a couple
he had a
days
mask
later.
on. What do you want?
Yeah.
There was blood on the glass. But they tell her that he's probably going to come after her, which I think is why he came after her. I think they, like, it was like a meta thing. They made it happen in the script because otherwise there wasn't really much of a reason for it, because she couldn't identify him. She didn't see his face or anything. So he comes after her without the mask, like to rub it in,
Yeah, for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's her. That's her.
And he also, it's the only time he is interesting in the least. Like, he doesn't speak, it seems, up until this point in the film, and then he starts
Right.
spouting off all this crazy shit. I have a clip of it if you want hear what he's saying to her, but it's like, oh my God, this guy's interesting. He has motivations and thoughts and feelings, and
he's got a methodology.
Yeah. So
we learn his motivation in like literally the last 3 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
The fourth minute of the movie is something else, and then the 3 minutes before that is his motivation. Yeah, play that.
All right. So here's him. As Jason said, he's caught up with the girl that from the Peep Show that was a witness.
Shut up, you bitch, or I'll shut you up.
What are you going to do to me?
I haven't decided yet.
Me? Why did you take me? I never hurt you.
You went to the police.
I didn't tell them anything.
No, but you would have done.
I didn't see your face. You were wearing a mask.
Now you see, it's too late. You have seen my face.
Please let me go. I'll do anything. Please let me go. Please.
You're all the same, aren't you? You sell little pieces of yourself. £5 for this. £15 for that. £50 and anything goes. But you're not selling desire. You're selling your souls.
You can't leave me here. I can't breathe. I'll die. Please let me go, please.
While I'm gone, I want you to think of the error of your ways.
Then you let me go.
No. Then I kill you.
Where's that guy been the whole movie?
Right. Yeah, it's the total Batman thing where when he's the reporter, he's got this other voice and he's kind of sketchy. He's looking around and he's looking all the words and stuff. And then when he's the creepy guy, he's it's great.
I gotta admit, he's better than Christian Bale at it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
A little better intonation for sure.
Yeah.
That reminded me of great. So that scene takes place right after the one in the Peep Show where he breaks through the glass with relative ease.
Oh,
She runs down the street instead of, going to someone else there or calling the police or anything like that. She runs down the street. He catches up to her, and conveniently the stairs down to his little
right.
flat or whatever are right there.
Right.
And then they have that conversation. A little bit later, one of my God. So she starts. We're kind of learning through his dialogue there, and some dialogue later that he hates Christmas.
Oh, I think I have the clip you're going to be talking about, buddy.
Okay.
I call it pushing buttons. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, pushing buttons. Go ahead, play it.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up. Yes, I also enjoyed that. And once I heard that, I knew I had to make a clip of this.
And what came right after it. So I'll add that.
I hope I have that bit.
I've already eaten.
Christmas dinner, I expect.
Christmas? How do you mean?
It's Christmas Day. Goodwill towards men and all that.
I hate Christmas. I hate everything it stands for.
It's a shame.
What you know of it?
Don't you remember when you were a little boy, listening to carol singers, sitting by the Christmas tree, waiting to open all those presents?
Stop it.
Tinsel, colored fairy lights, plum pudding, snow falling.
I said stop it!
And then the arrival of Santa Claus. The key. Where's the key?
Is what you're looking for? I give you a few more hours to live, and this is how you repay me.
What do you mean? A few hours more?
Like you said, it's Christmas Day. The day you die. The supreme sacrifice to all the evil that Christmas is.
See, that's where they should have put the flashback scene.
Yes.
That would have been the appropriate time to play the flashback scene. It would have made some sort of sense instead of Detective Harris having a nightmare before he goes and opens his brother's present. Ugh.
We should start like a flashback scene, consulting group. We had the same problem with Sledgehammer.
That's right.
That scene it cracked me up because while she's doing that, I'm thinking she's just being a dipshit. At first, I'm like, shut up. He's going to kill you. He doesn't like Christmas. That's rather obvious. So then she smacks him, and I realize, oh, okay, well, that's the second smartest thing anybody's actually done in this movie, next to the unseen captain. And but then she immediately ruins it. She runs to the door, tries it, and when she says that line, "Where are the keys?" she's like literally looking at him, asking him where the keys are.
She's
like
pleading
he's just
for
going
help.
to hand the keys to her.
Oh, this?
Oh, let me help you escape my murderous rampage.
Thanks for hitting me in the head. I guess now you deserve the key.
Where are my manners?
He sure showed me.
You bested me to
spunk.
stay. Right.
So we could jump around here. Who wants to share the flashback that? Okay, what is the connection? Who is Giles to another main character? What's the secret, guys?
Gordie.
What's the secret to the? Well, he's Detective Harris's brother, who is kind of a cuckoo bird and was in Parkhurst. What was it called?
Something like that.
Parkhurst Insane Asylum, and that. Now, okay, this is a question. Does Detective Harris know that that's his brother, and he just doesn't want to admit it?
Yeah,
or
he knows it's his
yes,
brother.
He knew.
Visited him.
Giles was recently. Yeah, he was
right. But Giles is out on the street before he goes and visits him. So does Giles go in and out of the institution on his own?
That's what didn't make any sense, because he wouldn't just be released without his family being notified. Like, oh yeah, we're letting your insane
but
brother
also
out.
go back and get visited again a couple days later, right?
Yeah, that part I didn't understand either.
I don't know. I don't know.
So does Giles have a doppelganger that's stuck around in the asylum that Harris didn't know about and just looks a lot like him? Same fro, and it worked out okay?
It's just a dummy made out of scabs and socks.
Right.
That tricked him.
So
tricked him in the first scene of the movie, or the second scene of the movie.
Ultimately, yes, it was his brother. His brother did not react to his mother's infidelities quite the same way. When we finally see the flashback, it's Christmas. There's this weird voiceover where it's like people at this Christmas party are saying what people are doing, like the people there wouldn't actually know. Oh, and here's some presents for your brother. Anyway, so he's tired. He's plumb tuckered out, and he goes upstairs and he walks in. And I don't know if they're getting on in his bedroom or he walks into his mom's bedroom by mistake or what exactly happens there. But he walks in and she's having a dalliance with a guy in a Santa costume.
So that's his dad dressed as Santa and a woman that's not his mom.
Right.
Oh, okay. I had it backwards.
Right. And then the mom finds out and she falls down the stairs.
And breaks her neck.
Was that mom?
That was his mom that fell down the stairs.
Oh,
his mom fell down the stairs,
super young.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was like, okay. I actually didn't understand that part.
So how many of these movies are there with Santa, Christmas Eve, and sex that cause psycho killers?
4.
He knew immediately.
I'm just trying to think, like Silent Night, Deadly Night. Wait, that wasn't sexual though, was it? I remember what causes that guy to go cuckoo. He was in an orphanage.
Silent Night, Deadly Night was that was the first one. The one with the Lloyd Kaufman one. That's the Silent Night, Deadly Night, and there's Silent Night, Deadly. No, Silent. There's this weird one where there's just one word off.
Well, there's Silent Night, Deadly Night is the one where the kid, like a guy breaks into like their house or something and hacks dressed as Santa, and he like chops somebody up, and then he goes in an insane asylum, grows up, and then he breaks out and starts doing the same thing essentially.
Okay.
And then the good one, the one that John Waters said is his favorite Christmas movie is Better Watch Out. And that's the one where the guy works in the toy. He sees his parents having sex or something when he goes down to see if he hears Santa and sees his mom going down, his dad in a Santa suit or something like that. So he's cuckoo. And
Silent Night, Bloody Night is from 1972.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it was when I was looking for Chris. After you sprung this awesome movie on me, I started looking for other stuff.
And is that related to the Silent Night, Deadly Night, or just
no? It's a couple. It's definitely before, and it's not really even Christmas based. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not like Santa Claus killing people, Christmas based.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one with Mary Warrenov in it.
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen part of that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not Christmas at all, right?
Right. It's just the way it's just it sounds like it.
Okay. Yes. So anyway,
I can't remember if anybody wants to see a a better take on the I hate Christmas, so I'm going to kill everybody thing. American Horror Story in the what's it? The Asylum? Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
The one you told me to watch. It's got what's his face from Deadwood.
We talk about the TV series?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that guy's name? The guy who
the guy that played Al Swearingen.
I can't come up with any names.
Totally blanking. Ian McShane.
Ian McShane plays a guy who goes crazy. I don't remember if we find out why he goes crazy necessarily, but he kills a whole bunch of people on Christmas night. He goes in and tells them they're all full of shit and he hates Christmas and murders them. And it's actually better and edgier than this.
Yeah.
Most things are.
He was great in that.
Good point.
Yeah, and there's the classic Tales from the Crypt story, right? That was also made into an episode of Tales from the Crypt. And it was in the first Tales from the Crypt anthology movie in like 1972 or something. But the famous one with the what is it? The woman kills her husband, and then that's also happens to be the night that a psycho Santa is going through the neighborhood snuffing people out. You guys know that one, right? Yeah.
I haven't seen it
I'm
forever, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was the first episode of Tales from the Crypt when it was on cable in like 1989 or whatever. And
I don't know why, but I think I can picture the art. I can picture the maybe not. Is there an axe involved?
Yes. Yes, there is.
I think I can picture it.
That's a go-to.
I think I've seen it.
I totally lost my train of thought because I started thinking about better product.
Which is great.
Well,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I will say this, back to the production values thing. We are unfortunately not able to see really good versions of these movies because they're on YouTube and they're low quality. And this movie is so super dark and that doesn't help with all the other problems with it. But I did see somebody online who reviews shitty movies, and he showed clips that were way HD, and you could actually see like walls had texture to them, and the Santa, you could see the difference between a fleeing drunk Santa and a wall. You could see the difference. So
the acting's the same, but
right, and the editing is the same, and the woodenness of the dialogue, that's all the same. But it might look a little bit better if you were to seek out an HD version of it, which I don't recommend to anyone, but I'm just saying that's
right.
It's not a movie that has
a caveat.
Yes.
Like for people, I'm not one of these people, but I know that there are who do enjoy movies for creative kills and gore and things like that, and they're interested in like the quality of the gore. The quality of the gore in this movie is pretty non-existent.
Right.
Like it's not interesting. It's just this goopy looking blood every once in a while.
What about the car electrocution? What do you think about that one?
That too.
That one was all right, I guess. I mean, I was kind of like, what was going on? I was like, that was like the last 10 minutes of the movie, and I was like going back and forth in my tabs. I heard someone screaming, and I go back, and I'm like, oh, he's being electrocuted.
Would that really work? Could you do that?
Probably not.
Yeah, really. But it's a metal car, but
in Sledgehammer, she did that with the door, like, and I think maybe these filmmakers, they got together, they had a little confab.
Did you think that Kate was going to die?
No.
Oh yeah, I was a little surprised.
I was genuinely surprised
that she died.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I
That's
thought
like
she
when
was going to get
Barbara
away.
dies in Night of the Living Dead. You're like, well, oh, nice.
Yeah, that's not the way it works. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't care that she died. She was
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, neither did Detective Harris or Detective Powell. He just kind of comes in, looks at her, picks the phone up, looks at it like he's thinking, am I still on the other end? No, I'm here now. So
yeah,
so I'll go ahead and hang it up.
She's definitely not Marion Crane from Psycho. It's not a gutting, knock the wind out of you. Where the hell did that come from? Death.
What happened to her boyfriend? Did he die at some point?
Oh no,
What did
he
happen to him?
He's the chick in the bucket. He's gone. He doesn't exist anymore.
So when he was released from
He's gone from the third act completely.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you go for good this time. Then
Yeah.
it's really gone for good this time.
Wow.
Yeah, he escaped to the country. See
He
ya.
just left with his flute and
Went to a different street corner to play some flute tunes.
He was one scummy son of a bitch.
yes, he
Oh,
was.
he joined Jethro Tull.
He joined Jeff. I used to like Jeff.
Until he joined. Yeah.
Oh, until he joined.
He's no Ian
Anderson.
Ian Anderson, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gore, I don't know, man.
You liked it?
No, I've talked about this a lot on the show. I'm not a real big gore guy. One of the problems with being a Psychotronic fan and not liking slasher and gore movies is that, the video boom and the slasher boom of the late early 80s, it just was coming out of, every crevice. Anybody with a camera with a few $1,000 was making these movies just to make a quick buck.
Right.
So there's so many inept movies that are fun to watch, but I really don't care for that stuff in general.
No, but I can still appreciate. I guess I can. I don't, but I can appreciate it when it's done well. Like in this movie, you get mostly boring kills, and then he kills one Santa. I don't even remember which one it was, but he kills one with a machete type thing.
Yeah.
And the guy falls to the ground, and the machete is still there, implanted in his face.
Right.
It's like diagonally across his face.
In his eyeballs.
Dungeon. That's the dungeon kill.
But that's the thing; it's not in his eyeballs. His eyeballs, at least one of the eyeballs, is below the machete.
Yes.
But it's gone.
But it's running out like a poached egg, right?
Like scooped out.
Oh, that one.
Like it's completely gone. And I'm like, well, what did he poke his eyes out and then hit him with a machete? I mean, we saw the machete coming.
Yeah, the Phantom of
Where
the
did the
Opera
eyeball
one.
go?
The trap door in the Carol Monroe thing. Maybe that's the one. But there's one where the eye just starts running out like a poached egg.
Oh, that's the one. You're right. Yeah.
And I was thinking that's gory.
Oh yeah, no, that was a different one.
And
yeah,
unnecessary,
that
but
was pretty weird.
Well, what do you guys know of it? How many times have you hit somebody in the face with a machete?
I can't say on the air.
My attorney said 0.
Okay. Well, then.
Thank you, Stan.
I'm
He's
just
always
saying.
supposed to be here.
Don't throw darts at something you don't know about.
Mine is the guy from Monkey Island.
So yeah, I don't know. Was there anything else that we need to talk about before we?
It's weird too how the killer sometimes, instead of killing somebody outright, he likes to show them his knife first.
Mm-hmm. Hey, check out my pokey
He
stick.
does that a few times. He's like, "Hey, check this out," and they're like, "Ah." The one girl who was posing in the studio when our couple showed up. She stands there. He shows up with his knife, and she stands there and
with his eyes.
oh no, and he starts running it along her body.
So clearly he's not misogynist because he only kills male Santas.
Yeah, right.
He let her go, so he's totally down with being.
That was the.
He's a feminist.
That was the homophobic comment. So
They're gonna think we're
David
gay.
Cassidy, he wants to like make out, or go somewhere, and he's like, some people walk out. He's like, they're gonna think we're a couple of gays.
Oh yeah.
The slowest police people in the world who go like, "Huh, what's up over there?" And then
It takes them like 20 minutes to go.
and he runs away and she runs the other way, and then they realize, oh, it's a woman because she's now half naked, and then
Boobs
yeah,
and blonde hair and
yeah, right, exactly.
Oh yeah.
So a couple things of little last minute things of just like notes that I wrote that I thought were interesting, and I'm such an optimist because when every single shot of him wearing the mask, they really focus on the point that his eyes are super open, right? Like I have these big smiling eyes.
Yeah,
they call them smiling eyes in the movie.
Right.
And then so when Kate is talking to him when he somehow sneaks into her apartment when she's not looking, and he's kind of talking to her about how when she tells him that he knows she knows who he is, the lights are just like over his eyes, like focusing way too much on his eyes. And I'm thinking, are they doing that to deceive us and to think it's somebody else? Are they doing it to show us that that's him? What did they want the viewer to see? And it's just, and then I was like, oh well, clearly it's him. But also because I always heard his demon voice before that too.
His demon voice. I will say, so I can say something positive. He's described as having those dancing, living eyes. However,
Smiling eyes.
Smiling eyes. He did.
They were honest about that.
Yeah,
He did.
he definitely had those.
He actually kind of made good on that. Yeah.
And then the last thing I was going to say that I wrote down was along the same lines with the Carolyn Monroe scene, where it's like, why is she doing this? To get some promo. I think the other thing that they were trying to promote in this movie was the new Scotland Yard sign.
Yeah, I know. I see that a lot.
It spins. It's like, hey, we got a new sign and it spins. Check it out. We're the new Scotland Yard.
It's shiny.
I actually tried to Google. I was wondering if the shirt that Sherry wears throughout the entire movie, multiple different days, was maybe some local business that was trying.
Did you get any hits on that?
Free advertising. No.
Oh, damn it.
That's funny. Yeah, that's great. So, did we discuss how it ends? Do we want to say that, or did we already say that?
Sure.
No, we didn't. We didn't mention how it ends. I mean, after the flashback,
after Inspector Harris for some reason he's having a nightmare, and you can barely tell. It's in the just after Giles wakes back up after he falls 8 or 9 floors down.
Death ever.
Yeah, exactly. We knew it was going to happen. There was no doubt that here she comes. She's going to go say hi, and he's going to go brah, and then like instantly, as soon as he wakes up, fade to black. Not even fade, just like chop, and it goes to Harris asleep, and then chop, and then it has the flashback, and it's just the most jarring thing I've ever seen. I think just like chop, 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 and it makes zero sense. Mm-hmm. And then after the flashback and the stabby knife kid, but right there, wouldn't you think as soon as he got that present and he's like immediately trying to stab things, you should look out for that kid later on. And then Inspector Harris. Right. Harris wakes up from his little flashback and goes out and gets the package that was left by his brother 8 scenes ago. Don't open till Christmas. Hey, that's the name of the movie. And then he says, oh, what a music box. Oh, it's a music, because you think it's going to open up and there's going to be a head in it or some sort of fingers or something like that. And so they avoided that trope pretty cleanly. And then he's like, oh, what a nice brother I have. He's not that cuckoo bird crazy. And goes, sits on the couch, and then the end. Credits.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate movies sometimes.
Well, this is just one of those ones. I was watching it last night. It was a long day. It's been a long week already, and we went over to some friend's house for dinner and had a couple old fashions and sitting by the fire. And I was like, I gotta go home and watch this movie for tomorrow, and wasn't enjoying it that much. And I thought, man, 15, maybe 10 minutes left in this. Hit pause on. I was watching it on Apple TV, probably 40 minutes in. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm not even halfway there. And I'm on the ropes. Like, I was just like, I don't think I can do it.
You don't want to fast forward. You're committed to the cause.
I have too much goddamn integrity for that.
That's right.
So I went to the liquor cabinet and I bourboned my way through this goddamn thing.
Liquid integrity.
Yep.
Wow, I was totally sober. I was a little probably fuzzy, but I was sober.
Yeah. I intended to watch it sober all the way through, but just didn't happen.
No, sometimes.
Matt has been rooting for me to drink for years, and if anything was going to drive me to drink, it'd be watching movies like this. And so no go.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm a teetotaler for life.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's legal marijuana that you need.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I think we've covered all the main bases here. Do you guys feel ready to move on to,
Yeah, let's clean this thing up.
Stuff and things. Okay. So let's do a little final judgment. Gordon,
Death.
Why don't you go first? Is this cool or is this trash? And defend your position.
Oh, I forgot I got to defend it too.
You don't have to.
Shit.
Argument.
This has been an hour of you defending your position.
And depending on your answer, I guess you could.
I'm not first. He said you. Didn't
No,
you?
I said Gordy.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Guest always goes first. New
Well,
guy.
it's trash. I wouldn't recommend anybody to watch this.
What?
Yeah, if you're into this genre and you are a completist and you haven't seen this Christmas slasher movie, yeah, and it's only an hour and a half. I guess that's my defense. It's only an hour and a half of your life.
It'll only feel like 3.
I've spent an hour and a half of my life that seemed like a lot longer than this movie. So But I like to experience these things. I've been doing it my whole life. I've been watching crappy, terrible movies, and even if I enjoyed them, I don't think I watched a movie like this bad more than once, unless it's on Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother ball of wax there. But yeah, no, this is trash. There's the things that I said that were good about it. I said, but there's really nothing cool about this because I have a high standard of cool, and this isn't it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there have been lots of questions and debates and interpretations of what cool and trash mean in the context of this thing, and I let everyone own it themselves, and you did that, Jason.
Yeah, it's trash, and it's trash not just because it's a bad movie, but because it doesn't have any interesting set pieces. It doesn't have any interesting scenes or dialogue. It is kind of mean-spirited, in my opinion. It's not sexy, despite its efforts to shoehorn that in once in a while. It's very forgettable. It's like Matt said, lackluster. So it's just not really worth your time.
Yeah, I'd have to echo pretty much everything you said. It's dreary, it's depressing, it's kind of mean-spirited, and not in a joyful way. It's just kind of it's just bleak, and it's not entertaining. I wasn't entertained, so that's what made it trash for me. So yeah, we got 3 trashes here. So
yeah,
we need some antidotes. So if anybody can think of anything that would be a Christmas alternative, a psychotronic film that they hopefully can watch for free online. It doesn't have to be, but we hope that these are things that the listener could check out for free. This is the time to kick those out and throw them into the ring. So we discussed one that I'll throw in. The second episode of the first season of Tales from the Crypt from 1989. I was wrong. It wasn't the first episode. It was the second. And it's called And All Through the House. It's easily found in multiple forms. There's 2 of them on YouTube. So search Tales from the Crypt, Season 1, Episode 2, or And All Through the House. You'll find it. It's a great little... it's only 22 minutes, too. So there you go. That's my offer.
Okay.
I've heard that Black Christmas is really good.
It is.
And I have not seen it in probably since I was young. Not when it first came out, but shortly after. And so I don't have a strong memory of it, but when I looked online and people were giving out different ideas of what a good Christmas movie was, that was the recommendation. So I would say join me and try to go see Black Christmas because it looks really compelling.
Can I just modify yours a little bit?
Sure.
I don't mean to be presumptuous, but I think you mean the 1974 one, not the remake from 2006.
Yes. Margot Kidder and yes, 74. Thank you for that. Yeah, I forget that people still make shitty remakes for no reason.
And it was directed by Bob Clark, who is the director of Porky's and A Christmas Story.
Yeah, one of the weirdest
there you go.
CVs ever.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't get any more Christmassy than that.
It also has Olivia Hussey. I forgot about that. She's actually the star. And John Saxon. Holy shit.
Juliet. Yeah.
John Saxon's there. Always, I'm there.
Always,
yeah. So I have to revisit that.
Yeah.
He's one of those weird, rare actors who's in tons of bad movies, and yet he's always such a solid presence.
Yeah.
It's weird. He stole mine because we mentioned a few other Christmas horror movies, and I haven't really. I was trying to think of anything else I'd seen. I've seen Black Christmas, and that's what I was going to say. So I don't know now. Other than that, I can't think of anything. There's one I kind of wanted to see. I think it's this Rare Exports movie.
Yes.
Oh,
Is that what you were just?
I want to see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love it. If you're okay with subtitles, you guys love
sure.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna suggest that one.
Very cool.
It's probably still on Netflix. Yeah, for sure.
And I believe that Black Christmas has had a really nice Blu-ray remastered thing recently. But if you're poor or whatever, there is a Black Christmas 1974 uncut. If you search that term on YouTube, you will find the entire film.
Cool.
For you cheap folk.
That's awesome.
My palate cleanser also is a little bit of a different thing, and I'm not sure this has ever been covered on your show, but a silver lining to watching a movie like this.
I like this. Go.
There's a couple different things. One, I love that YouTube exists for this sort of thing, because when I was young, I'm 49, so when a lot of these psychotronic type movies were coming out, you couldn't find them. You couldn't go to your rental store and find a VHS copy of what we just watched or Black Christmas or anything like that. So you had to go and find them and spend money on them. And then DVDs came out, and then you find bootlegs. And at that time, in the 90s, I just wasn't, in the mix of doing that. So I love this new atmosphere we have of just going on YouTube and watching these movies and finding these gems. But what these gems, a crappy gem like this, a third-rate piece of glass that was just given to you, if you're investigative like you are and like I am and Jason is, that we will dig deeper. And so when I dug deep on this movie, Alan Lake, Giles, the Giles character, I was just looking through his filmography, and I found a movie that I never knew existed until today. And it's from 1975, and it's called Slade in Flame. Now, Slade was a band.
I've heard of this.
I started watching it today. I watched it today.
Okay,
do not do anything until you've seen this movie. It is brilliant. It is, and I've never even heard about it. And then when I do all the research, I find out that it's got this 7 Metacritic score, and it was.
Oh, really?
And it's been this British rock movie, music movie that everyone knows about in England, but nobody here knows about. And Slade was not one of my favorite bands. I like them. I'm into glam from the 70s. I'm into T-Rex, David Bowie, Basic Rollers, all that sort of stuff. See, I'm turning into music. That's what I do. And so I started watching it. I thought, this is going to be, kind of a cheesy thing, because Herman's Hermits made a movie and the Dave Clark 5 made a movie, and they were always pretty terrible. But this one shows the crappy side of the music business. And they're not Slade in it. They're a fictional band called Flame. And it's really great. Admiral Piet from Empire Strikes Back is in it, because he was a British actor. Admiral Piet was in Empire Strikes Back. I think he's the one who has to take blame for something not happening. I can't remember, but the second I saw him, I knew exactly who he was. Anyways, the wonderful thing is I found something new thanks to you. Thank you very much. Thanks to this movie for being so bad. I had to find something else. I had to find a silver lining, and I did. So don't give up on crappy movies and just say, that was that. So everybody if you like music and you're into glam at all, Slade in Flame. All the guys do a great job. So that's my parting word. You don't have a parting word on your show, but I just gave it.
That sounds great. Yeah, I've somehow, for some reason, Slade in Flame has been coming up. It's like a synchronicity thing.
Oh wow, cool. That's great.
That's the tipping point for me. I'm gonna watch this soon.
Yeah, and I went online and I bought 7 albums for $10. So
nice.
Yeah, so now I'm all slated up.
And even though this is not required at all, I'm gonna throw one more on the pile, one more log on the fire.
Yeah.
There's a movie called Elves from 1987.
Yeah.
And it stars the guy from for God's sake, what's the show where the guy, not Gentle Ben, but for God, the bear.
Dan Haggerty from
Dan Haggerty. What was that show called?
Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams. So he plays a recovering alcoholic ex-cop who is now a mall security guard. And there's Nazis and using genetic breeding programs to create these perfect elf monsters. So it all collides in small-town America.
It looks great.
Yeah, sounds amazing.
It's not amazing, but it's entertaining.
No, amazingly bad. And I also wanted to. I similarly, there's one called Bloodbeat, which is not really a Christmas movie, but it's set during Christmas and there's Christmas trees in it and stuff like that. But
that's enough.
It's about a woman who is possessed by the spirit of a samurai
So,
and
intrepid listeners will recall that we've done this film.
you actually have done this one?
Yeah.
Oh.
And let me tell you,
Was it
the
great?
description is way more interesting than the movie was.
Wow, the director's name is Fabrice Zaffirato.
Yeah.
There you go.
It
It's enough
was-
right there.
Yeah, you watch that and you let me know how that goes.
So we should watch it and then go back and listen to a previous That's Cool, That's Trash
Yeah.
podcast.
Right. Maybe I'll just
Well-
listen to the podcast and skip the movie.
I can't legally say that, but yes, if you want to say that, go ahead.
All about
Yeah,
promotion.
it's not my favorite thing that we've done by any means, but it's weird. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Were you on that episode, Jason? I guess not.
I guess I would have remembered that.
That was episode 42, folks out there, for people paying attention. That was last winter, I think. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, Blood Beat. There you go. Throw that in too. Okay, so
Or not.
I've got a couple things coming up. I just wanted to mention here a little bit. I'm going to be doing a solo. You guys were talking about scripting podcasts. You're not normally into those. The only time I ever do any scripting is when I have a solo episode, because it's not necessarily scripting, but it's kind of elaborate notes, I guess. It just kind of keeps me focused. And those solo episodes that I do are a lot more structured. You know, they're more like a piece than a conversation with myself or something. So I'll be doing one of those where I'll be doing an experiment. I don't know, Gordo, if you're familiar with the three Fantastic Supermen films of Italy from the 60s.
I know of them, yeah. I've not seen them, yeah.
I had a weird phase like about 12 years ago. I was really obsessed with the Italian superhero movies, you know, the kind of post-Batman TV show, luchador kind of train wreck spy movies. But I'm going to be watching one of those a day and doing capsule reviews and see how that goes. And those will be all be edited down into one little episode. And I also am really excited about this guy, Brad Elmore. We talked about this film he did. He's from Oregon. He just completed a film and he needs some post-production money, so he's doing an Indiegogo thing. And the movie's called Boogeyman Pop, and it's a very cool postmodern kind of Tarantino-y, like that movie Trick or Treat from the last few years, with like Tarantino thrown in there, and it's just got rock and roll, and it's just a crazy horror movie, pop movie. He's just kicking off a campaign for some funds, and he's going to be on the show. I'm going to let him pick a movie, and we're going to talk about his production too. So that should be coming up in the next few weeks. So if you want to check that out. But the film that he did that introduced me to him, that made me love him, was it's called Wolfman's Hammer, which he put for free on YouTube.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that in a previous podcast, right?
Yes.
Or maybe, yeah, right.
Yeah. So he heard that we had talked about him or something, and got in contact with me, and we've kind of been, internet buddies or whatever since then. Anyway,
Right.
So I threw some money at that. There's a sizzle reel on there if you want to check it out, but he'll be on. I'm really excited to talk to him because he seems like a really cool guy, and he's got some great influences, and he's got a lot going on. But I recommend Wolfman's Hammer for anybody that wants to see like it's like a Sophocles tragedy in Central Oregon with meth and metal. It's an amazing, cool little movie.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah. So he'll be on soon.
How do you release that? Do you release that under the That's Cool, That's Trash, or is this the Matt Howell umbrella? What is it? What's your company that you release this stuff on?
What
that we can
stuff?
find it.
The Matt Howell Media Empire.
Your other podcast. I mean, if you're going to record it, where are you going to?
This
when
will
you're
all be.
done?
This is all. This is all. That's cool. That's trash.
Okay, that's cool. Gotcha.
It's trash. Hey, so Gordon, it was so awesome having you on, I had a blast talking with you.
Yeah, it's super fun. You guys are great, easy to talk to, and we're all on the same page. And you're right. It was a total blast. And anytime you need me, just give me a couple days.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love having that in my quiver.
Yeah. I love that I don't have to do anything but just talk.
Yeah,
I like that I'm not on the production level on this, like my podcasts.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty easy sell. Like you literally have to watch a movie and then answer the phone. That's one's involvement to be on the show.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Yes, and Jason, thank you for doing this too. I know it was short notice, and you're always so game to get dragged through the alleys that I drag you through and the gutters that I I take you to. So I appreciate that. You're a good friend.
Sure.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll see you in Portland.
Yeah. Hopefully you can make it up here sometime soon.
Yeah, I love Portland, so I'm sure that when next time I make it up there, next time I'm in that neck of the woods, I'll give you guys a heads up beforehand.
Please do.
I will.
Yeah.
I will buy you drinks and breakfast. Not that I'm going to seduce you. I mean, those would be two
Sounds
different things.
In that order.
Yeah. Okay. So, hey, thank you guys so much for being on. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great Star Wars Day and a great Christmas.
Star Wars Day. Yeah. I'm going on Christmas. Woo!
I'm going tomorrow, and I will not say anything except whether I enjoyed it or not. That's the depth of my reviews.
I may have to go on my own and do what I did with Fury Road and just like not tell them that I saw it already. It's a long way away.
Right.
But I also want to go see Hateful Eight. So.
Yeah. Oh, guess what? Real quick, Renee told me what my Christmas present is. She got me producer level membership at the Hollywood Theater. Gordon, this is a cool art house theater. It's been around since the silent era, and they have a grindhouse night every other week. They do like silent films and have an organist come in and play music. They do they have like the new Hateful Eight's there in 70. They screened 2001 and 70.
Wow.
I just saw Wild Bunch in 70 there. So I basically get like to go to any normal movie. I can go in for free. I get it for a year. I get free popcorn whenever I'm there. I get 6 guest passes. I get discounts to anything that's a special thing, like a charity event or a fundraiser thing. And I get, what was the other thing? Oh, and I get first crack at tickets. Like if I had this membership when the Hateful Eight tickets were going on sale, I could have had first dibs on them. But
wow, I'm definitely coming to visit then.
Yeah. I'll save a guest pass for you.
What part of town? And we could talk forever, so we should shut this down. But what part of town?
Is the theater?
East,
yeah.
Mid, Hollywood.
It's Central East-ish. It's Hollywood neighborhood. It's right off of I-84, the freeway.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, if you look it up, it's very beautiful architecture outside, and they've restored it meticulously over the last 10 years. So,
awesome.
I can push people aside. I can get you a slice of pizza or a glass of beer, whatever you want, man. You come, I'll take you.
Yeah, I'm there.
Right on. All right, so I had to brag about that because I was excited.
That's cool.
Okay, so thank you guys again, and thank everybody out there for listening. You can always find us at Twitter. We're at _trash, and of course we have a blog that's infrequently updated, but I'll let you know when there's something out there. That's at www.thatscoolthatstrash.com. All right, so for That's Cool, That's Trash, I'm Matt Howell.
I'm Jason Farrell.
And I'm Gordie Adams.
And you folks out there, stay trashy.
That's cool. La 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 la. That's trash. La 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 la. That's cool. La 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 la. That's trash. That's trash.
It's garbage, folks.
All those kiddies sitting on your knee all day?
I'd love to have you sitting on my knee.